Hi, this is Mr. Sullivan, and today we're going to work on some operations with radicals. First thing you need to know is that when you multiply two radicals, you can combine them into one. So square root of 8 times square root of 12 is actually equal to the square root of 96, because 8 times 12 is 96. So what I need to do here now is take this 96, and I need to break this down to find out if there's any perfect squares of this radical, because the radical sign is telling us that we're looking for the square root of 96. If I find factors of 96 that are square roots, I can pull them out of the radical sign. They can come out from underneath the radical sign. So what I like to do is just simply divide by 2. If I take 96 and I divide by 2, I get 48. That means that 2 times 48 would give me 96. Do the same thing again. I can break up 48 into 2 times 24. And the 24 can get broken down into 2 times 12. And the 12 can be broken up into 2 times 6. And the 6 can be broken up into 2 times 3. What we're now looking for here are perfect squares. So what this now means is that 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 is going to give us 96. So anytime I have a pair of numbers, 2 times 2, that means I have a perfect square. So what that tells me now is that I can actually pull out the 2 times 2 is 4. I can pull the square root of 4 out of the radical. So the square root of 4 is 2. Now I'm going to look for another pair, which would represent a perfect square. And here again, I have a pair of 2's. So here, 2 times 2 is 4. The square root of 4 is 2. So now I can say, all right, let's pull that out from underneath the radical sign. So now I have 2 times 2 out of the radical sign. Now what's left is a 2 and a 3. These are not a pair. So that stays underneath the radical sign. So that means that I have 2 times 2 is 4 outside of the radical sign, and 2 times 3 is 6, and that's inside the radical sign. That means that if I multiply square root of 8 times square root of 12, my answer in simplified radical form is 4 times the square root of 6. And you can always check your answer at the end. To find the square root, you hit second, and then this button right here. So we have the square root of 8. And then we're going to multiply that by second square root of 12. Don't forget to close your parentheses. I hit enter, and I get this irrational number. Okay, that's the number form of this. It's an estimated answer to this question. Now I'll put in my 4 times the square root of 6. And I get the same thing. That means that my answer here is correct. So whenever you're asked to multiply two radicals, you want to use this process. Good luck.